Hello, 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 ladies, gents, boys, girls. Welcome along Thursday evening. We have the next round of the WEC Xperience Online Championship here in Le Mans Ultimate. Oh, this is going to be a tricky race, methinks, as, yeah, it's going to be mixed conditions for this one. We're racing at Silverstone on home turf, which is nice. A circuit that I know very, very well. However, I'm going to start with some excuses already. I've got two loaded up already for the beginning of this race. The first one is I'm running on a new set of pedals. Can't tell you what pedals they are, but I'm running on a new set of pedals. So they're a little bit different, and a little bit alien in comparison to what I was running previously. So I'm trying to get used to things there with the pedals. The second excuse is I'm running on a new wheelbase. Again, I can't tell you what the new wheelbase is. But again, things are slightly different there, although not massively. Things are a lot closer to how they were through the wheelbase, so that's good. And it's not taking too much adjusting, getting used to that. There are some differences I am trying to get used to, but yeah. Some new equipment, two new pieces of equipment that I'm using out of the three that I typically use. The only thing that's the same is the actual wheel rim that I'm using. All the controls and everything on that are the same as before. Obviously, used to holding that, but other things are different, so I do apologise now if I go and blow a braking zone, because it's something that is very likely to happen here with these pedals. And yes, Luca, I cannot tell you, they are under embargo at the moment. So yeah, for now, everything is all hush-hush, and can't say what they are. So, yeah, there's my two excuses. I'll probably bring them out again later on in the session. But for now, putting those out there, preparing myself for for the worst. The string of bad luck probably continues. It might not. Hopefully it does turn around today, and hopefully we can have ourselves a much better session. Just gearing up. We're into the actual session itself. Just gearing up, ready for qualifying. We've got less than 2 minutes until that begins. Excuse me. Until that begins. So I'm just prepping myself mentally for what is going to come with that. Trying to think of some things off the top of my head. Do that for now, and hopefully a few small changes that I've made during the last little bit of practice isn't going to screw things over in terms of the setup ready for this race. I'm hoping. Either way, we shall see. But yeah, as I mentioned, mixed conditions. It's going to be starting off dry, and then it's going to turn wet later. There's two classes in this. This is multi-class masters. We've got hypercars and we've got GT3s, and there's lots of both. 17 hypercars, in fact, and 27 GT3s. 44 cars in total. So cool. No, I didn't add in more rake. I mean, there's a lot of rake in the setup already. But those last couple of changes of testing in the wet, things are kind of feeling relatively good and safe there. I kind of dialed in the brake pedal, so hopefully I'm not locking up quite as much as I was in the practice session, whilst I'm still trying to get used to that. And yeah, I have just made some changes, reducing the third spring slightly so the car will sit lower to the ground. But let's go ahead and bring the game up. As an Aston Martin goes flying past. Yeah, we are car number 39, so quite low in the ranking here in this session, which is quite good. I'm quite happy with that. It means the pressure's off a little bit in terms of trying to get a really good result. Right. We'll wait here at the pit exit. We are right down the far end of the pit lane, which is quite good, actually. I'm quite happy with that. Especially if it does dry up towards the end of the race. I doubt it will, but there's always a possibility, so we shall see. Alright, either way, let's head out onto the circuit. Starting off on very, 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 very cold tyres. So we've got to keep that in mind before this lap, or should I say the opening couple of laps, until things come up to temperature. The good thing is we will likely only need to use one set of slicks in the actual race itself. So we could just stick on the fresh set of new tyres at the beginning of the race, and then go from there. So that's not too bad. Let's do that and that. There we go. What was that, Luca? Remember Interlagos, the Aston Neo had a killer rain setup. Yeah, it worked really, really nicely. I think I just generally do well in the rain. The practice session that I was in the lead up to the event starting seemed to be pretty quick out on circuit. Then again, I was running pretty low fuel at the time, so I don't know what everyone else is doing in terms of their fuel loads. But it seemed like we had some good pace. Right. Still nice and steady for the moment because tyres are way, way down on the temperature ranges that I want them to be. So we are not getting the grip I'll be desiring. But we will build. We shall build. Yeah, there's a little bit of grounding there with that latest change that I made to the third springs. This corner is so tricky with these pedals. Can't get confident on the brakes at the moment. Going into there, oh, we do also have strict track limits to contend with as well, so that's going to be one of my key focuses, is to avoid blowing track limits and picking up penalties. So it's going to be so costly in this race. But yeah, with these new pedals, I'm not comfortable on them yet. To be fair, with the limited grip at the moment that the tyres are providing, just taking things a little easy. Someone's very quick out of the first lap. Where does the change come from? You mean the changing equipment? Why I've done it? Is that what you're asking, Luca? Yeah. Okay. Product affiliation. They've been asked to review said products. That'll be why. Yeah, I don't ever feel like we're slowing down enough. What a chicane that. little wide. How have people got temperature in their tyres already to be doing that sort of lap time? Doing okay so far. This is better. Don't really like the understeer on the exit there. Oh, stuck and driver braking for a lap. Makes sense. I was partially doing that. Worried about track limits there. Thankfully we got away with it. It's a give and take though. You wear tyre quite a lot that way. Yeah, I also imagine you probably end up overheating the brakes when it comes to the actual qualifying laps as well, so you lose performance there. Obviously, if ambient temperatures are nice and low, they're 19 degrees here, which is pretty good. You get some relatively good cooling. So we'll take it easy for the rest of this lap here. You just want to test coming into this braking zone again. Yeah, it's the rear that's slightly too low. Maybe the front as well. Double check that. And the next lap. But at the moment, I'm happy with where we are qualifying. We are going to get one more shot. We have the fuel for it. And also the time. That's good. Leon up in fourth. Whoa. Oh, he's only 2 tenths away. 3 tenths away. And there's definitely time to be found in the lap as well. So. Line myself up for a better exit. Could have been a little bit more aggressive there, but it's fine. Not lift this time. These tyres are done. That's a load of damage. Right, that's not going to be an improvement. One thing I did see, though, is that this needs changing back. This 10, 11, yeah. Basic, wet tires, hard start. Go up to. P10's not the worst. I could be higher. I should be higher. But I'm not too worried. Right. I'm going to go to Lou. BRB.
And drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Alright, I did back. 2 positions behind Jardier. Starting right behind Jardier. It's quite nice. I'm not sure on this fuel load. A little closer. Right, brand new tyres. Onto the track. Set, ready, all to go. See if we can actually get a good result here. I made a mistake here and gone with a little bit too much fuel, but I'd rather that than have too little, so let's see. Oh, we're on a curb. Right, we're on the inside here, which is good. I like this. I'd rather be on the inside for turn 1 than the outside. Just because if there's any spins, you're naturally going to slide off out to the outside of the circuit. So generally, this should be safer. It says before getting hit in opening few corners. Right, here we go, ladies and gents. Let's see how this race goes. A little bit of space between me and Jards, which is good. Waiting for that green light. There it is. Underway racing. Oh, Jards is dead. The hell was that about? Someone turned way too early into the right, into him. Just absolutely murdered him. Thank you very much for the well wishes, Luca. So I'm being super aggressive here. Almost getting killed by the Aston Martin behind. Alright, there's a bit of space. Keep eyes forward. Not make our own mistakes. Oh, he managed to save it. Damn. He's not. He's 2 seconds behind. How did he manage to save that? I thought he was gone. Oh no. Them new pedals. Alright, we just gotta hold on until the wet. Hate that inside curb in prototypes. Car just gets so loose. There we go, that's better. Again, struggling. And again. Struggling to get the consistency on braking here at the moment. Ah, that's quite good for him then. Right, just kind of tuck in here behind Jardier and see if we can follow him for a bit. Maybe the brake balance. No, it's not that. It's definitely... I got a new set of pedals that I'm using, and they are different to what I'm used to. Made sure to brake earlier that time. Yeah, the brake balance may not be perfect in the car. That could be a factor, but it's mainly the pedals. Or me not being used to the pedals, should I say. Not necessarily the pedals themselves. Nah. Realised that late. And that's cost me now, actually. Could have just taken it. Yeah, pedals definitely are a thing you have to get used to. It's not good. Wanted to be pulling away from these guys behind. Now I've brought them into play. Oh, it's GT. Oh, and a hypercar. So that's a freebie. Try not to use too much tyre there through turn one. Let's start pull away again. Not quite take as much curb this time. Right, we have good pace over the cars behind. It's good. Starting to build that gap back up again. It's just the cars in front that we need to work on closing in on. If we can minimise the mistakes, I think we can keep pace with them somewhat. Not necessarily close, but at least not drop too far away for when we get to traffic and when we get to the wet conditions. Here we go with the traffic as well. Yep. Should get this one before Brooklands. And we do, which is nice. Managed to make that GT3 work. Hey Chris, how's it going, mate? Oh, Jai's getting held up big time here. And again. Oh, so it's just locking up a couple of times there. I am having a go. Oh, Toyota dead. As is a GT. Another freebie. That is us back on the tail of Jards and up into P7. That's a little tight. That's a ton of tyre taken off. Do you know what I mean about the braking? Just as we were kind of doing okay. Now I've got flat spots. Hey, Bubba. Alright, let's try that again. People not paying attention. Good thing is we do have pace in the car, so and over these guys in front, so I reckon I can get back to where I was previously. Not obviously not as close as I was to Jardier, but at least back into the same position as I was. That one made it work a little bit better. A better run coming off the corner. I think the brake bias is fine. It's just me catching a brake. That's the problem. Or rather, snagging on the brake. Oh, there goes Caddy. I did wonder when he took that inside curve, was like, is he actually going to be alright doing that? No, is the answer. At least in that incident that I had there, in that bin, I didn't hit anyone. It was only me that was affected. We seem to be much better in the higher speed corners than the Aston Martin in front. Now I can see why the Aston Martin's slow. Sparking a lot on the straights, bottoming out. There we go. That's nice. I think he's aware that we've got the pace over him, so... I think he's playing the long game there. Thanks, Luca. Say, it's always slightly nerving when you're not used to the pedals. It's like, is the car going to stop? Fine? Or is it not? I don't have 100% trust in myself and these pedals as of yet. But yeah, that was a pretty crucial move. Frees up our race. Right, 19 seconds to Ollie and P5. That'd be the target. Thing is, Ollie's got himself pretty comfy and dialed in by the looks of things. Oh, what happened to Leon? Just seen that he's put it on lap 2, he's way down the order. Still going it seems, but it's down in 15th place. He was like, I think he started like P4 or something like that. These track limits, man. Content. gonna eat this one. Oh, got held a bit there. Oh, side-by-side Valkyries. Come on, hold each other up. I'm gonna have to eat that. GT3s didn't leave me with much choice. Give myself a little bit more front end. Change to the front ARB there. Oh, that Porsche was an absolute godsend. It's giving me some space to the Valkyrie behind. Yep, one click lower from 4 to 3. Just because it does feel like the front is understeering a little bit in the middle of the corners. No, left that. Messed up the timing there. It does feel better without making the rear unstable. He says it's the rear almost swaps on us there. Hey Leon, go on then. Bloody track limits. Track limits and GTs at the same time. Not fun. I don't want to be straddling that curb, that's bad. Bottoms the car out too much. Still 24 odd minutes until we get rain. According to Tiny Pedal. 38 minutes according to Race Labs. Braking way too late. Already 21 laps into this race. I don't feel like we are. Feels shorter than that. Ah, here's the rain now. Interesting. Interesting thing is, how quickly is the track going to get better? Hour to go. Your calculator saying we'll need 27 laps to make it to the end. Hopefully we can make it these last remaining 6 laps or so before the rain gets too heavy. Oh, dearie me. That was really bad by myself. Lucky sneaking through that. That was close. Time for the wipers. Right, now whenever it says it's ready to pit, we can do the stop and make it to the end. Or it's optimal conditions for wet tyres. I'm going to go back up one click on the front anti-roll bar because it feels like it's starting to become a little oversteery with the lower grip levels. Yep, continuing to do so. Oh my god, sorry. Alright, it's now saying wets. Oh, bye, Lexus. Oh, yes. Yep. Bye, push. Not too sure where he was wanting to go there. Oh, yellow flag. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Close. We're through. Now is the time to pit. Super safe, but that's fine. 28. So 2 laps and 20. I reckon we'll be alright with that. You know, it's 0.1. Stop. Thank you. Woo-wee! We are going to get rotated here. Very, very busy pit lane. As you can see. Saying we've underfueled by 2 laps, but it is going to get a lot wetter. Underfueled by a lap. I don't know why he tried to race me out the pit so hard there. I've got much better acceleration than he has. So that cost us. Alright. Now to get after everyone in front. Uh-oh. Yeah, someone's missing the tyre. Alright, see if we can gain some ground on everyone in front. Yep, so we've got an advantage there. We do have to save a bit to make it to the end. Saying I need 0.9 litres of fuel. So we are going to have to fuel save here. But there is someone who's got less than I do. And it is wet conditions, so you generally use less fuel in that as well. So that's going to help us out. Just got to hold it together now in this rain. And that braking zone becomes even more tricky in the wet. It was already quite tricky in the dry, but now it's even more so. It's only going to get better. So the rainfall is going to increase. So he did. Seems like he's had quite a big off in the Maggots and Beckett's complex. Oh, drive through for George in front. Too many track limits. That's going to be a freebie. They are a long way ahead though. Back's definitely getting wetter. See if that front ARB change will help us again in these conditions. So far so good. Oh, Leon's had a spin. That's what the yellow flag's for. Okay, now just one more test in the higher speed section. This feels so pedestrian. Okay, yeah, it feels good. Think we can run with that? Yep, 60% wetness. Track is very wet. A little sketchy there. There we go, George is into the pits now. Serving his drive-through, but will we come out ahead of him? That's the question. I think he might come out ahead of us, to be fair. Yep, indeed he has. Nine seconds ahead. Yeah, I enjoy wet and changeable conditions. Just have to make sure that I don't push too hard. Demand too much from the car. At any one time. Especially as the track is now getting very, very wet. Easy does it. Gotta be careful with them curbs. Two cars in front, both invalidated their laps. Should have just gone for out the inside of him. Oh, Leon's gone. So have we? No, we haven't. Saved it. Oh, now Leon has gone. Rain is falling hard. Oh, shit. Just about managed to rescue that. Okay, slow the car a little bit more for that first part. Time. Though still not great. In terms of line in the middle part. I know Leon's getting close, but he has the added benefit of all-wheel drive once he kind of gets up to speed. Oh, that was close. Jeez. I thought I was going to be alright sneaking straight on through there, but it kind of came back at me a little bit. Yeah. Thought I braked a little late. You definitely did. $30 to go. The rain is going to ease up. I don't think it's going to get dry enough for us to go back to slicks. That was close. Well, clearing that McLaren, it's fine. Much better lap time. Starting to close back in on George again. Well, not necessarily again, because he's lost ground. Well, he's been passed by Shill and lost ground. Definitely feels like rain is easing up, track's getting drier and more comfortable. That's some not so great frame rate there. Finding more and more grip. Track's drying. Oh, someone's off. Back marker. Another back marker really struggling. Right, rain has near enough stopped falling now as well. Starting to see some drier lines beginning to form. Crucially getting down the inside of a GT3 there. Now this is where the conditions really become tricky because there's a drying line that is forming. And obviously off that line it is wetter. So it's very easy to get sucked in. Thinking there's more grip than there is. I think Ollie might have just did a slight little spin there. Like he lost a whole bunch of time. You know what I mean? It's not equally dry all the way around the circuit. Shields had a moment on that lap. We almost did. Look how much more grip there is. Through sector 1. Yep. See that? I can see them up ahead. And they got a back marker right in front of them as well. Go on, Leon. P13's yours, mate. He's through. Go on, last 16 and a half minutes. Get easy 5 at Herb Cart, yeah. It's very cool. Great sound. Don't know which one's my favourite to drive. I really like both the Caddy and the Porsche. The Aston Martin is really cool as well. Alpine is pretty fun. But I've not tried the Alpine or the Aston Martin since the latest hypercar tyres. Really had to slow there for that. Gotta remember to stay off those curbs. Yeah, it is a shame they've left WEC. They are still running in IMSA, but obviously not the same. close in on these two in front. 6.5 seconds. B6 would be lovely. Followed by a bit of traffic. Get the line right, we could probably take that corner flat out now. I like how the higher speed stuff dries out quicker than the low speed. Makes it seem like the higher amounts of downforce actually do something in terms of helping the track dry quicker. Oh, that's a GT. Damn. It's hyping for hypercar, and we are catching. Go on, Leon. Be a nuisance to him and hold him up. Barrier in 5th. Yeah, pretty easy flat now. Lovely gains on the two cars in front. Oh dear, oh dear. That's very deep. To give you an idea as to how well the lead is doing, it's 55 seconds ahead of P2. 56 seconds, sorry. Yep. Long way behind. Yeah, we're starting to get into that realm. But it's a lot of grip, but tyres and car will bite you. That was pretty crucial. Right, what are they going to do with the leader coming up behind them? Leon's let the leader through. Oh, someone's off there. Sure. Oh, dearie me. Sending up the inside of GTs. Got unlucky there with the timing of that one. Oh, Barry's really struggling. Barry, got damage? Looks like it. Yeah, he does. Damn, that sucks for him. Oh my god. Racing! I'm ribbon! There he goes. You know it was coming. Come on, George, 3 seconds up the road. P5, let's go. Thanks, guys. I mean, it was his mistake, but really cost him there. Again, I'm just going to read it. Gonna need Leon to do us a favour when we close up. He's either got to try and get past George or let me on through to have a go. Bloody brakes. That's if we get close enough. Hey, Chidu. Thank you very much. Oh, only one to go. That's not good. Need more time in that. So there is a bit of traffic here. Oh dear, 2 cars off. Don't have the braking confidence. God damn it, if the race leader wasn't so OP and so far ahead and had lap dust. Then we'd have another shot. Oh dearie me. Well, it was a fun race. Say the braking screwed me over in a couple of places, as we saw. There was a couple of mistakes there, but overall not too bad. Not too bad. Very happy with P6. Would have liked to have got P5, but at least that was a much better race than I've had the last 2-3 weeks. So that makes me happy. Still some work to do, but happier, which is nice. Thanks very much, guys. Appreciate your support on that one. Do give the live stream a like, would be very much appreciated. And obviously, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Also, possibly joining and becoming a pit crew member by becoming a member here on the channel. That would be fantastic as well. But man, what a tricky race. Really nice setup, that one. Nice balance. Did enjoy it. Hey Mowbray, thank you very much. Yeah, that Peugeot is just ridiculous. Like, over half a second quicker than anyone else. Actually, how far am I on that? 3 times quicker than anyone else. Still, pretty happy with that setup. I am going to make some changes, though. Yeah, do that. Seeing as it was mixed conditions. Oh, dearie me. There. Alright, let's go and take a look at the replay. There's a few things to take a look in that one. Obviously, had the mistake of the spin, plus 5 positions. Very nice. I mean, we were P6 out the exit of turn 1. So it would have been nice to have stayed there for longer without spinning, but we did get a gain in driver rating. It's nice. Fairly low gain though. $293 points. Not bad. Right. Take a look, see where we are overall and all that stuff, sort of stuff. P18, missed one round. So we will gain some places. It's nice. The other ways off the top guys though. Really? I'm second to Jardier? Jeez. That's quite surprising. But hey ho. Though I will say, next week I won't be racing, so that's going to be another round that I'm going to miss, as I'm over in Milan with work. So yeah, unfortunately, there won't be a live stream next Thursday. Obviously, Monday there will be, and then the following Monday I'll be back again. I'll also be back with some videos as well in that following week. So, let's take a look at this race start, see how things went with Jardier exactly. Here we go. Look at these beautiful sunny conditions. I mean, we're kind of in and right. No, we're 11th at this point. Got a good start though. There was a pinch, and Leon spun on that one as well. So I thought it was this Porsche turning in too early. It's not. He's gone pinch between Jards and that guy. Yeah, gold here. So he gets snagged up on the curb, and this point he's there. He's just grinding and riding that curb, which is absolutely killing all his momentum, as you can see. Jardier's running across. So that's kind of on Jards, to be honest, in a way. Oof. Yeah, because Shill's... Okay, Shill got a really bad start. Yeah, poor reaction to the lights. And these two guys just start coming across when there is an overlap. Shill's still there. What are these two doing? So, George and Ollie. I think Ollie's watching George and kind of getting nerfed across. And George is just following the car in front, who's effectively too wide. Oh my god, Jardier got so lucky that there was that tiny last little bit of contact there. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Because Jardier is gone at this point, and then that bump there straightens him up. So lucky. So lucky. Oh, that's too far. Right. Leon, what did you do? Stone P3. Pardon me. Yeah, it looks like it. Oh no, he didn't. Yeah, Leon's braked too late. Yeah, Leon's kind of braked too late here. And then hit the back barrier, as you say. Oof. At least he has still has rear wing, but suspension damage? Pretty big time. Ouch. It's just Wilkinson almost going into the back. Yeah, big lockup. Almost going into the back of us there. Oh, that holds up Charles quite a lot. Oh, lovely. Bump draft. Right. Does anyone remember what happens to Masaru? What lap it was on? There it is. What is he doing? Oh, what a spectacular... And he's stuck there as well. Obviously, this guy is pissed. Kind of makes sense as to how aggressive he's been driving. How long does this go on for? There we go. Oh my god. We lost so much time. Oof. Yeah, it just does it way too early. Alright, that explains that. So we were doing well keeping tabs with Jardio. Things are going quite nicely until that happened. Thankfully, it was a nice, lovely gap there to slot back into, but man, that was annoying. So ended up locking up the rears and round it goes. Right, I'll look at barrier. What happened to you? So is this right? Something happened on this lap then. Oh, yeah, it did. Oh. See, I'm not the only one who snatches brakes. I mean, I've got the excuse of new pedals that I'm not used to. So I imagine that this pit stop here that it does is just to change tyre. Yeah, it doesn't repair the damage. Ooh. So he's gone back out on mess again. I think Jordan Shill had a pretty good battle. Yep, Shill's got a run here. George shuts that door. Dang, I needed them to do this more. Oh my god. I thought that was a lock up there by George, but it wasn't. I think it was just the back part of the track. Yeah, so that's where Leon let P1 go through. This is them catching up to barrier as well. Oh, I wish they got caught behind barrier for longer. Oh, on the wet stuff. Nope. So that'll be why it went off then. Yeah, and they left it to try and clear the slow down, or the sorry, the drive through. Nope, that's what I wanted. I'm surprised he tried to follow me around the outside here. Tiny little brush. Lucky he got left room by that Porsche. And then, yeah, as soon as I got on the brakes here, and saw that he got on the brakes a little bit later than I did, I was like, I don't think he's making that. Especially with that Porsche there. I mean, very well held. Yeah, very well saved. And I think that was near enough that. I mean, we were catching George at the end, but we didn't have enough laps. So, yeah. Oh, that was a good fun race. I enjoyed that one. Enjoyed it a lot more than the previous races that we'd done. So, thank you very much again for tuning in. As I said, I'll be back again, usual time, Monday evening for the next round of the Multi-Class Masters. We will be racing at, let's go and take a quick look. Ooh, Sebring. Awesome. Like it. Where are we overall in the championship? P33. Yeah, not in a good place. So we've missed the round. And this round we haven't done yet, so 33. If we do this round, say we score 300 points. Put us in the 120 something mark. So it'll kind of put us up in and around E10, which would be nice. But yeah, that'll be good. I'm looking forward to that race. So yeah, thanks again everyone for tuning in, and hopefully I shall see you on Monday. Have yourselves a good weekend. But until then, though, have fun, stay safe, look after yourselves, take care. That button. There we go. End the stream.